Tomorrow marks 44 years since the end of the Vietnam War. Still today, Vietnam-era veterans deal with the effects of the war, from exposure to Agent Orange to post-traumatic stress. A local Vietnam vet I spoke with is dealing with the latter issue after fighting to honor those who came home and the more than 1,600 who remain unaccounted for from the battlefield.
I was putting my PTSD aside and working through it.
Earl Carell took nearly 30 years to begin to deal with the effects of the Vietnam War.
It was PTSD and a few other things.
He remembers the day he left for the war like it was yesterday.
I told the 200 guys that were with me, I said, kiss the ground because this may be the last time you see America.
And when he did return safely to the U.S., he kissed the ground again and tried to go back to his new normal.
I went back to Xavier. I didn't last 2 weeks.
Why is that?
Because I'm watching the war on television I served and all of the aggravation that was going on here with the hell no, we won't go, end the war. I was afraid to say I was a Vietnam veteran.
8 years after his return home, his direction in life changed again. It was 1979, 4 years after the end of the war, when Marine Corps Private First Class Robert Garwood returned home after being a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Though labeled a collaborator with the North Vietnamese, denying those allegations, Garwood claimed there were a number of POWs left behind after the war.
And that's when I started getting involved in Vietnam and veterans issues. It was a spark.
That spark led to roundtable meetings like this. Here he is meeting with the Hamilton County Park Board.
I come up with the idea thinking, we need a Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Eden Park.
Fast forward to April 8th, 1984, thousands covered the lawn just off Eden Park and St. Paul Drives for the dedication.
It was like a welcome home that I have never had before, and words can't express it.
Brings back a lot of memories.
What memories does it bring back?
A lot of them I want to forget.
The monument shows one soldier holding onto the utility belt and dog tags of a fellow soldier lost in battle, as the other soldier consoles him.
That's commemorating people who served over there like myself and other people who didn't get back.
Caleb Brown Jr. was there that day and served on the park board at the time.
You owe them that to recognize them.
As for Earl, a man who fought for years to get this, now says the best way to honor veterans is to help them.
More attention should be for our veterans who are coming home that are maimed, the education of that veteran, the reclassification so they can get back into society, prosthesis. That's what needs to be done today.
And by the way, if you do go out to the memorial at Eden Park, take a look at the wrist of the soldier on the right. A little hidden feature there. It's a Mickey Mouse watch, intended to represent something from that era. From the outside looking in, it could also represent the very short distance from being at the happiest place on earth one day and in the very center of hell and war the next. For any Vietnam veterans watching tonight, welcome home. And by the way, if you ever have a veteran-centered story in your own community, email me at homefront@wcpo.com.